All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Mancave101 Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Abel, alongside of me, the man in the chair. His kneecaps are extra moist today, so moist that you can see the condensation from here. Hey, Aaron, how are we doing today?
What up?
Live from the Man Cave, Leo, Kalo K.
What's good, peoples?
All right. He's super happy today. And live from Brooklyn, where he at? Big Chase.
What's up, bro? What's going on, folks?
Oh, God, nothing much. So, as always, this is the Mancave101 Podcast, where we talk about all things nerdy and whatever the hell we want. If you are not already, please like, comment, and subscribe to YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Apple Podcast, and Spotify. Finally got that right. All right.
Nice job. Proud of
Good
you.
job.
God,
Good job.
It took me like 3 weeks, but I finally got it right. Oh, man. All right. So, as always, we were talking about all things spoilers. If you haven't seen anything that we are talking about, please get the hell up on out of here. Go watch it and come on back another time. As always, what's it called? We're going to be drinking. There's going to be smoking. Leo's going to be cursing. The rest of us will be cursing as well. With that being said, after we get into a topic, obviously we're going to drink, but being that this is episode 26, this is our 6-month jumping off point. Just want to say thank you to everyone for tuning in. We've had a blast so far, and we're going to keep it going. So cheers to you guys, and let's do it.
Salute. 2-minute warning. Been here from the beginning.
And this motherfucker, man. 2-minute warning, man. We love you over here, man. Trouble. I hope you got time tonight, because we gonna be talking shit.
Oh,
That being said, let's get to the comic corner. Leo.
What's up, peoples? Like always, support your local comic book shop. The first book that's on the chopping block is Batman 127, Origin of Failsafe. This is the first mention of the Penguin's daughter. I'm sorry. The first mention of Penguin's daughter, that she's going to take the reins, supposedly take the reins as the Penguin after he passes away. The cover artist is Jorge Jimenez. The artist is Belin Ortega. And the writer is Chip Zdarsky. The next book that we have is Star Trek, the 400th issue from IDW. So this is this is a good one. This has all the editions, basically all the main characters from Star Trek. As you can tell by the art, you can tell by the art is Megan Levins, and the cover artist is Louis de Martinez. Fuck.
Okay. We're just gonna give it to you.
I mean, we're gonna give it to you. If you want to drink, go for it.
You want to drink?
The other artist is Joe Isma, and the writer is Declan Shirley. I fucking probably wrote it wrong. Fuck my life.
Wow, that's 2.
And Will Wheaton.
Wheaton.
Will Wheaton. Any Family Guy fans out there? Will Wheaton.
The hot covers of the week is Spider-Man. Spider-Man 2099, Exodus of Omega. This is the first appearance of Spider-Woman 2099. Like we always say, always cop the first appearance. And also Norman Osborn becomes the Galactic Goblin in this one. The cover artist is Lionel Francis Yu. The other artist is Paul Fry, and the writer is Steve Orlando Mega.
I didn't see Mega there. I'm just saying.
Orlando Vega. You too young for that.
No, I knew what you meant. Not that yet.
Black Panther number 9. This is the first appearance of the colonialist. Colonialist. A galactic interloper. This is the first cameo of the Buffalo Soldier as well. That's actually the lieutenant of the Colonials Galactic Colonialist Army. He's a lieutenant of it. The cover of this one is Alex Ross, as you can also tell. It's just
Dope.
This is art.
Period.
Art
And-
is dope.
Yeah, the inside is. I saw the digital copy today, and it's fucking fantastic actually on the inside. The writer is John Ridley, and that would do it for the Comic Corner. People, please support your local comic book shop because they support us in our nerdy ways. And
Or you can just send your money direct to me, and I'll put it in my pocket.
and I will buy it for you. So, first and foremost, support your local comic shops. But second of all, ladies and gentlemen, if you thought Aaron's kneecaps were moist, boy, oh boy, do we have a treat for you. Ladies and gentlemen, now coming into the podcast, the nice guy, Charles, got a comic.
What's going on?
All right, well, everyone, cheers. Get on to the next stuff.
Oh, shit.
We have a couple of comments here. We have a hello. This is from Dominic Caserma. Hello, how are you? Welcome on in.
What's up?
Still okay?
Going on, bro?
And then we have another comment saying to check our
my
message
requests. I'm right on top of that, Rose. I'll get in there. All right, drinking drinks. Let's keep it moving. Now it's time for nerdy news. Leo, what do you want to talk about tonight?
Fuck it. Let's make it all D23 pretty much because there's nothing else going on. There's nothing else going on in the world. All right, so I'm gonna hit you off. Actually, I'm gonna hit you off with the fucking big one first. All right, these are the rumored projects that they will be discussing at D23. The cast of the Thunderbolts and the Fantastic Four, Deadpool 3, and Shang-Chi 2, Wonder Man, Nova, and Okoye for Disney Plus, the Halloween special, the first look at Echo, supposedly, and the Marvels, and the trailer for Secret Invasion.
A lot of stuff there.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff. I mean, I guess I'll start backwards, right? So I think Secret Invasion, I guess out of all those projects are probably coming the soonest. So I feel like we're gonna get some type of teaser with that. And from what they have said about this, it's supposed to be an ensemble show, right? Because we know Nick Fury's in it, so anyone from S.H.I.E.L.D. is probably on the table. Very curious to see if they bring in anyone from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., being that, that they're starting to bring in all these characters from all these other shows. Like me personally, I love me some, what's her name? Daisy Ridley, is that her name? From, Miss Quake.
Daisy. Yeah.
I love me some Daisy. So very curious to see what they do with Secret Invasion. And honestly, after this She-Hulk episode, I don't know about you guys, but I could really use some serious tones MCU, because I've just we'll get into that.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, exactly. What do I mean by that? Listen, Wongers. No, enough. We'll get there. Wonder Man. I don't know much about that project, but the Henry Cavill name with Wonder Man is one of the things he's being thrown around with, amongst other things, which I'm sure we're going to get into. Very excited for a Thunderbolts movie. Nova has been a project that everyone's been wanting for a long time as well. And I don't even know when that comes in. I would assume it would be after really like the slate for Phase 5 and next year. Okoye, give me anything Black Panther immediately right now, because we're on the precipice of hopefully this amazing movie that's going to change a whole bunch of shit. So that'll be good. I think that's everything you mentioned. But that's what I'm looking forward to. I don't know who wants to take it next. Whoever's got it, just take it away.
Listen, I'm gonna make this quick. I'm here for all of this, man. Like you said, anything Black Panther. I've been praising and protesting that the Dora Milaje need their own spinoff. So Okoye is definitely on time. Secret Invasion at this point is going to be kind of a hub movie for me. I think there's going to be a lot of crossing of stories and all of that. This is where the MCU becomes a real MCU and whatnot. The Thunderbolts and all of that stuff. So I think these stories are just going to, at this point, tie in. So I'm here for all of it, man. I'm here for all of it. Let's go.
How you feeling, Charles?
Oh man, so much. I'm all for it. Like you, bro. I the Thunderbolts and everything that they got coming. I mean, Wonder Man, really great character. I'm assuming that the Slatery character that Ben Kingsley, being that he's an actor, Wonder Man was an actor. He went to Hollywood. There was a big story on that, so I'm pretty sure that whole thing will come to fold once those characters meet. Secret Invasion is going to be, I think, is going to basically be Marvel full circle. You know, everything from the Fox stuff all the way up to what the MCU has done. So I feel like the Secret Invasion is going to be that platform for that. That's why they're speculating that this is going to be probably the biggest Avengers movie ever. So I'm here for it. I'm here for all of it. And I can't wait.
I guess I'll just jump in. So, of everything that you mentioned, I'm just gonna talk about the things that really stick out to me as far as D23. So, there's a lot of different news and rumors coming out. I'm here for any Black Panther spinoff, similar to what Abel said, and Chase as well. Give me a Dora Milaje spinoff. Give me anything like that. I'm in. Wonder Man. I mean, like, we'll see. I don't know much about the character personally, but I'm willing to give it a shot, obviously. But I think you know what? I'm gonna hit you guys with a little bit of a weird take here, because I'm just gonna say it. I'm in an ornery mood tonight, so I'm just gonna say it. So I'm starting to get worried coming off the precipice of this She-Hulk show where we're at, that Marvel's starting to hit us with a little bit too much quantity over quality at this point, and it really, really worries me moving forward.
What do you mean by that?
Not so much the Avengers, because I think that Marvel knows how to do the Avengers at this point, because they've done even the one like we could all sit here and say, right, no matter what, because I think all of us have different opinion on all. I'm talking about just the Avengers movies in general. All of those were relatively good movies to an extent, right? Can we all agree on that? I'm talking about original Avengers, freaking
Age of Ultron.
Mm-hmm. Infinity War, Endgame. All those movies were pretty quality MCU movies, right? Fair. So I think I'm fair in saying that I'm not worried about those two movies. What I'm worried about is we keep on getting a lot of these characters, which I understand Marvel has to do moving forward, because we lost a lot of our major hitters, Robert Downey Jr.'s, Captain America's, all that, Iron Man, all that. But I'm getting worried that like the way that they're portraying them in the Disney Plus shows is just not. We're going to get into She-Hulk later and where we're at with it. But it worries me because I think that a lot of these shows are just going to get lost in the shuffle. And eventually it's going to almost be too much for the common person to want to keep up with if you have to watch everything. That's all I'll say. But I'm excited about the projects, and I can't wait for a lot of them that are coming up personally. But I'm starting to think I need more quality, Marvel. I need more quality stuff. That's all I'm asking for. A little bit more quality, a little less wongers, please.
Well, a little less wongers. Yeah, I can agree with you. I'm starting to get a little concerned. My concern more with the amount of content is the tone of said content, because I'm a little happy to go like I can't wait for Black Panther, just because I feel like the tone of that movie is going to get us back to some serious MCU stuff. Because listen, I think all of us could say like the majority of the MCU that I like, it's all that serious shit, like, you know, Winter Soldier, Infinity War, half of the world dying and then having to come back in Endgame, like that. Where's my serious tone? Like I'm all good for the funny stuff and the twerking and, you know, all that crap, but where's my serious MCU shit? I want it. I want it now.
Yeah, I think they're missing. I get that they're trying to have a variety, and I get that you're trying to make Disney Plus that platform that you don't leave. The problem is that when you start dealing with Marvel characters and their content, the Avengers and Black Panther, there's just a certain intensity that needs to happen with these shows, because that's what keeps you dialed in. When you start doing all of these weird, you know, aesthetics and storylines, it just steals from it. You know what I mean? I was saying earlier, the epiphany with She-Hulk, which we'll get into later, like the She-Hulk is a long ass TikTok video, which is
sure the hell is.
It's pretty much what it is. You know what I mean?
Yep.
and that's just not going to get it. And I feel like they completely miss the radar on this thing because the She-Hulk could be so much more, much more.
Yep. And you know who has something to say about the things we are talking about deep in the heart of Texas? Wendell. How we doing, Wendell?
Easy.
What's up, bro?
Oh! What's good?
Wendell, let me tell you what we're talking about. We're talking about D23 and some possibilities of things that might be announced and talked about. Thunderbolts, Wonder Man, Nova, some what else did I miss, guys? I missed Secret Invasion. There's something else in there too that might matter. But then Aaron brought up the point. Yep. Then Aaron brought up the point that are we getting oversaturated? What are your thoughts on all of these things?
All right, let's go. Wonder Man, Sacrificial Lamb. It's gonna be. I'm serious. It's gonna be a means to bring Vision back. And you know that whole Wanda's not dead business. And yeah, that's all gonna come around. He's a sacrificial lamb. If he's gonna be a show, it's gonna be whack because the whole point of it will be for him to die. Nova, bring it on. I'm good with that. Thunderbolts, hell yeah.
Yeah, Thunderbolts could be fun.
They better be right though. All I'm saying is it better be right. They better give me some Red Hulk. You know what I'm saying? It better come right. What was the other thing? Oversaturation? Yeah, it's concerning. It's concerning. These shows and its initial setup, you know, we were told it's supposed to have been a bridge. It's supposed to be something that brings you to the next big movie business. And right now, I'm not feeling that. I'm feeling like you're giving me a lot of sitcom-y satire and, you know, buffoonery of like some really great characters. It's starting to feel like it's a misuse. I'm good with a little twerk here and there, true, but I mean, like for real, She-Hulk needs to like start crushing some stuff, man. Like we need to get some more quality action going on. I mean, like, listen, I mean, from serious, like, if you're not gonna give me more action, then give me some more real courtroom business, like, right? Because she was the lawyer in Civil War, right? I mean, technically in the comic, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, it's scary. They need to course correct and start, you know, telling these stories correctly and making it a real bridge between some other stuff. Secret Invasion, again, they gotta do it right.
Do it right.
I mean, it's Avengers, right? Secret Invasion is what
Avengers. Yeah, Avengers.
Yeah.
All right, so they have a bit of a good history with Avengers movie.
That's what I was saying before. I literally said the same thing before, bro. I was like, all the Avengers movies were quality to an extent. You know what I mean? Even if you didn't like one of them. You know what I mean? Like
you didn't like one of them. I mean, but yeah, if they get it right. I mean, bring back the directors who did the good job. I will tell you that. Like, I will take those brothers any day of the week. Don't experiment, please. That's all I'm gonna say. Don't experiment. Give me somebody who's gonna tell that story.
It just seems like for every like cool character they're gonna give us, there's a Wonder Man, and then like I'm not trying to knock Wonder, like I don't know anything about him, but I'm saying there's a Wonder Man, and there's a what's the WandaVille? What's her name? The one we keep on talking about every
Agatha all along.
There's an Agatha. Like nobody gives a shit about Agatha or Wonder Man. Like we don't care. All we want is like the Fantastic Four and the big, and we want to see where Henry Cavill's gonna be. You know what I mean? Like
the issue with that is like Agatha Harkness, she's a character that means something. They just portrayed her poorly, right?
Right, exactly.
They didn't give her the correct story.
Exactly.
So I mean, and that's why we're like, whatever. So Wonder Man too. I'm sure he got his points, but like I said, the biggest thing he does is give up his life so Vision can live. So
part of me is praying that this is more so just the reason why we're getting this kind of content now is because they're so backlogged from the pandemic and everything that this will pass, and then moving forward, come like next year and on, stuff will be more quality. That's like my hope. Because
it better.
We're just missing here. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, listen. At this point, it's like we're coming off of a high. We realize that they have to take some time to organize, put things in motion. They're giving us all of this different stuff that is a bridge at best. But a bridge to what? Because some of the content that's coming out makes no sense. Even if you tie it up later, I'm just gonna be like, why didn't they do this? Why didn't they say that? Stop hiring these directors who want to express their creative jewels all over everything and tell them to follow the damn comic.
Taika Waititi.
Yeah. You don't say that name. He shall not be named.
Nobody actually
Look at Leo's face.
do your creative expression.
His name is Shikaka.
Nobody asked you to do your creative expression on comic characters that we've been loving for the last 35 years.
And guys, like, where's Blade? Like, I've heard more updates about the Marvels than I have Blade, and the Blade isn't coming too much further after the Marvels.
I have an update on Blade on the next news.
Well, with that being said, let's take it over to Leo.
All right, so Scarlet Witch is getting a solo movie, supposedly.
Boo.
That's gonna fucking suck. Blade's gonna start filming October 5th of this year.
Thank God.
Yeah, he's a Libra, fucking right.
Libra gang. Oh,
Daisy Edgar Jones could play Sue Storm in Fantastic Four.
Ooh, I like that. So, Leo, I'm gonna start. Do you have the like the rumored like 6 or 7 people that Marvel has allegedly casted in the news? Do you have that group?
I have it. I have it up right now.
No, I have it. I have it right here written down because I want to talk about it at some point, and that she's one of the people on the list. We'll save that for the end. Let's save that list for the end. But Jodie Comer, I believe you say is how you say it. Am I saying that wrong? I'm just gonna drink because I want to drink. And the 2-minute warning feels ripped off that Leo didn't drink enough. So,
but also, Mike, I see your comment. We're gonna talk about She-Hulk later, and I understand.
Mike, we're gonna get there.
I understand your point, but we're gonna talk about it later. I promise.
Jodie Comer. If I have my movie right, she was in that Ryan Reynolds movie, the game movie. What the heck was it?
Free Guy.
Free Guy. Yes, she was she was in Free Guy. She was the woman in Free Guy. Thought she was great in that. So you know what? And she seems young enough to do the role. So let's do that. Blade. I want all of the Blade updates. I want to know who's in it. I want to know what it's about. I want to know what time period we're in. Like, are they going to bring it back? I want all the Blade updates. Like, I actually hope in D23 they really talk. Give me some more Blade. I want Blade.
I want a Wesley Snipes cameo. Is that just me? I want a Wesley Snipes cameo. I don't care what he does. He could be in the background. I don't even care. I just want him there.
I want the song.
Grandpa Blade.
I want the techno song. They have to incorporate that song somehow, and I don't care how they do it. They got to do it. I'm sorry. What was the
first movie?
What was the first one you talked about? Did I miss that?
Scarlet Witch getting a fucking shitty movie.
I don't fucking care. All right, let's go to Wendell. Go ahead, Wendell.
All right, Daisy Edgar Jones. I don't even know who she is.
She's the girl that played in. Let's see. I forgot. Let's see what the fucking movie was.
Oh wait, it's Edgar Jones. I thought it was the Jodie Comer chick they were talking about.
No, it's Edgar Jones.
Oh, my bad.
Edgar Jones is the lady that played. Oh, fuck, she did. She has a couple of good movies. I just keep forgetting her fucking name.
Right. I don't know.
She played it Oceans in that last Oceans movie with all the girls.
With all the girls, with all the women.
Yes.
Word.
Ocean's 13, I think that was.
Ocean's 13.
Yeah, it was Oceans. Yeah.
I can't remember what happened in the movie anyway. So, whatever. Look, man. As long as she can do the role and she can bring me a Sue Storm, I'll be all right, man. If that's what she's gonna do, that's what she's gonna do.
24 years old.
Huh?
She's 24 years old.
Oh yeah, well, bring it. I mean, look. All right. She's 24 years old. That's great, but she has to do a good job. So, as she's 24 years old, that's great, and she does a good job. Fantastic, and we keep her in there, and we're gonna go through the whole gamut of Fantastic Four. Yay! That will work. Blade starts filming on the day I touch down in NY. Yes, sir. All good things on that day, baby. All good things on that.
We love this.
Libra stand up, gang, bitch.
Oh, my bad.
With that, Scarlet Witch. I don't know why they feel as though. I mean, I do know why. I know why. It's Elizabeth Olsen, so I know why. But I don't know why they even decided to greenlight something like that. What story are you going to tell for her? What story are you going to tell? You're going to do House of M? I think that would be the only thing I could say I'll be okay with if they do House of M.
Reverse House of M. Mutants.
I mean, whatever. However they say it in there, if they do it that, I can live with that. But it has to be great. I mean, absolutely great. I love seeing her on screen anyway, so it don't matter. And what was the last one?
The Edgar Lady and Scarlet Witch and Blade. You got them all.
You got them all. Look at me, this is 3, baby.
Who are we kicking it over to? Who wants to take it?
I think
Speak on it, man. Speak on it.
Charles, we haven't heard you in a while. Go for it, bro.
Speak on it, brother.
All right, I'm gonna speak on it. So I will say this. I feel like one thing I will give Marvel credit for is that they are trying different things. I think the thing that Netflix and HBO and all these other shows have over Disney is that they have a lot of different genres that you can, documentaries, thrillers, action, comedy, all different types of things. So Disney understands that with their particular characters, they have to kind of have different ways of getting a new audience. So there are people that wasn't watching comic book movies that are now watching She-Hulk, that are now watching these stories. There's some really huge Scarlet Witch fans out there. There's some huge fans of these new, like we might not, it might not be talking to us. It might be talking to these new audience because they understand in order for these characters to transcend, they have to get new audience. It's not just, the comic fans. Yes, that's great. Obviously, we're the ones that's been in the trenches with these characters and we love to see them. But how do we get our cousin? How do we get our sister? How do we get our mom? How do we get these people to actually come in and want to watch these stories with us? So I think what She-Hulk and some of these, what they're doing is they're trying to create new bridges for a new audience because they understand that the comic audience, I mean, we are at sometimes anal. We have our ways and we want things to be done in a way that we feel that is going to be the right depiction of these characters. But at the same time, it's really about them growing this brand and rebuilding, where they're not counting on just Spider-Man and Cap and all these characters. How many times can we regurgitate the same stories? We can't do that. After a while, it gets stale. You know, end
up like DC.
You'll keep doing Batman like DC does.
Yeah, and speaking of DC, look, guys, the Black Adam trailer 2 is out. I know we're very excited about that. We will cover it eventually, but right now, we're not going to. So, shout out to Lewis as well because he hopes that Sue Storm is Emily Blunt, who and listen, who Mike also heard it's Jodie Comer. So this just goes to show you how the rumor mill goes.
Nobody knows.
3 or 4 different names, and no one effing knows. You take everything with a grain of salt and you
Who
move
knows?
on.
Yep. She might be making good. Who knows?
Exactly.
Hey, yo. Don't talk to me like that.
My issue with this with Marvel is that it's great to build new audiences and reach out. The problem is that you haven't told the original stories yet. Mm-hmm. So until you establish the original stories, where are you going? You're reaching out to new audiences. You're not giving the proper representation at all. And to be honest, especially with things like She-Hulk, it's like if you're going to do shorts, they need to be intense. They need to be intense and memorable. If you're going to give me 10, 15 minutes or something, it has to be, something that these She-Hulk things are like the Mike Tyson fight. You get up, You get to your seat, decide to go get popcorn. You come back, and the damn fight's over. You know what I mean? Like this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You go to the bathroom and you come back, and the credits are damn rolling. And what just happened? You know what I mean? Back in the day, we used to have there's a British show called Benny Hill, and it was nothing but shorts, 5 and 10 minute shorts. You had the Flip Wilson show, 5 and 10 minute shorts. And we never forgot some of the earlier Saturday Night Live with Eddie Murphy. Some of these shows, these little clips were 10 minutes long, but we never forgot them. You know what I'm saying? So you can't tell me that a big corporation like Disney, like Marvel, who's been doing this forever, cannot make these intense shorts that the audiences are gonna just dig in for. The material and the theme and all of that has already been written. Even if you steal a little bit from here and there, people are just going to say homage, and we're going to love it. But they're not doing it. They're doing this new whatever crap that's going nowhere, and it's doing nothing. Nobody's going to replay this shit in 10 years. That's all I have to say about that. Okay.
All right, cool. Anyway, who's next?
It was supposed to be me.
Okay, great. Go ahead, Aaron.
Wanda, my girl. I want to be excited but I know that all this is just her getting back on the lunchbox. That's all. That's all this is going to be. It's going to be.
I understood that reference.
If you don't get the reference, go watch the movie.
Yeah,
that's all this next project is going to be, is turning her back into a good guy. Which is, I mean, it's fine. But I'm not going to care that much, to be honest with you, unless I hear it's something cool. But I don't even know what else to make of that. Blade, you guys know how much I want this movie. I'm begging for this movie, and I need it to be rated R, please.
Oh God.
And
R+.
Yeah, I need it to be very violent. I need to see vampires with their heads chopped off and shit. Marvel, please, I'm begging you. What was I'm missing one?
It's Sue Storm, which 2 Minute Warning has a very good point.
I agree with what 2 Minute Warning said. Whoever it is, just make her cute. I don't care. Because in the midst of my Fantastic Four, some eye candy would be nice. You know what I mean?
Hello.
Yeah. For those of you tuning in, this is the Man Cave. So if you didn't think that was going to be talked about,
we need a passion alert to be talking about Fantastic Four. Okay.
Oh God! All right.
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
Has anyone else not talked about these said subjects?
No,
going once, going twice. Sold. Leo, what's next?
All right. Let's talk about the last 4 that I got. All right. So Henry Cavill has been casted for season 2 of Loki. Agent U.S. That's not allegedly. He's already signed the contract. U.S. agent and Zemo will be part of Thunderbolt. And also, let's give praises to the wins. Senor Chadwick Boseman wins an Emmy for What If, which is fucking fantastic. They've fucking given him his Emmy, and I think he didn't get the EGOT yet. He doesn't have the EGOT. The next one, also winning an Emmy for sound editing, is Moon Knight.
Good night.
We already touched base on it. Fucking Mr. Shikaka is out of Thor 5. If you guys want to touch that.
And I thank you.
Oh God! All right, go Emmys. Give all Marvel awards. Go. We love that for Marvel. Henry Cavill is coming. I don't know if it's that, but he's coming, and I have some theories about that. But anyway, I don't even know what the other one was. Let's go to someone else. I can't. Wendell, you're up.
All right, I'm all for our Marvel movie, our Marvel shows and movies getting awards. So fantastic! Thank you, the late great Chadwick Boseman got another one in. So good for him, good for them, good for Marvel, good for that show. Superman is coming to Marvel. All right, it's gonna be a big crossover. That's gonna be all right. I mean, he's Superman for me. I'll see him as that. Hyperion.
Yep.
Yeah, he probably could have came for a different character. He's a much larger actor, and he should be. And I mean, larger not in size, but like he's a heavier person. He should have got like a much deeper character, someone that we could have held on to him for quite some time. I would have loved that.
Do you understand? Hyperion is going to be all a part of the what if he's all a part of the Loki series. That's a big pull.
But I don't want him on Disney Plus. I don't want him on Disney Plus. I want to see him in the movie. I want to see him on the big screen. I want to watch him.
You have to figure they'll use him in the big screen at some point.
Yeah. It's definitely going to be there.
They're not going to cast him and not put him on the big screen.
I would have rather than start him on the big screen than to bring him down.
All right.
I would have rather that happen. So I just feel he could have had there could have been another part for him somewhere.
Yeah.
And the other one, what was 3? Emmys.
Takaka.
U.S. agent.
Shitakaka.
Oh, U.S. agent. 4 of them. U.S. agent. All right, cool, great. Thanks. Put him on the team.
Thunderbolts.
Make him kill somebody with, his new shield. Whatever. I mean, that was the most violence we saw
in a Disney Plus show.
In these Disney Plus shows. So, all right, if you're gonna let him kill somebody again, then we good. And then Shikaka, goodbye. Go make another Hitler talking to a little boy movie or something. I don't know.
He's gonna play Pet Detective, the next one.
No, please don't mess with my stuff.
New movie.
Comedy.
God. All right, let's go, Chase.
Oh my God. All right, so let's just start with the obvious stuff. Chadwick wins everything from here going forward. If there's an award to be given, we're going to give it posthumously to him, to his family, to his estate. So an Emmy is all good. Moon Knight winning an Emmy, like, why shouldn't it? It's the type of content that Marvel should be making every freaking time, in my personal humble opinion, and I know what the hell I'm talking about. Takaka, bye-bye. See you later. All right, gotta go. Bye-bye. Listen, everybody talked about how love, Thor and Blunder was so great. It was so good. It was so dope. It was, selling out. And then they got rid of the person that made it. So what does that tell you? That it fell below expectations. It was not as good as everybody claimed. And they realized that that's the case. So, unlike DC, we fix what's broken. Can we do that? Thank you. Appreciate it. That's just all I'm saying. Your man Henry Cavill is coming. It's going to be Hyperion.
I like that one.
Yeah, Sentry. Dope.
If Marvel did that, it would be the biggest troll to DC ever. It would be hilarious if they made him Sentry. It would just be a troll. That's all that would be.
Listen, I'll take him as Hyperion at this point. Listen, all it goes to show again is that DC doesn't know what the hell they're doing, because like Henry Cavill is everything right now to your franchise. If you haven't realized that. And you're
signing him back though. They signed him and Ben Affleck back for a 5-movie deal, I think.
Right. So the question is, if Marvel did not sign Henry Cavill, do you think DC would have signed him back when they just let him go?
They probably would have let him go.
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. So like, we have to show you how it's done in order for you to do it. You don't know what you're doing.
I don't know what you're talking about. I think Robert Pattinson and Emo Batman was going to carry the franchise, bro. I don't know.
Yeah, between him and Supergirl,
I don't know.
I honestly think they would have done like so great.
Oh, I didn't get to do my. Yeah,
it sounds like $1 billion worth of movie going down the fucking drain.
They would have done so great, kind of like this.
Play the gunfire, please.
Sorry.
Yeah, like for real. It's crazy.
God. All right. Charles.
Okay, so as far as Henry Cavill is concerned, I was actually going to mention the same thing like our our friend that's looking in on us, that he should play the Sentry. I think that the Sentry is a much more in-depth character, having the void inside of him. He's constantly battling with, and I think that having the power of 1,000 exploding suns, Henry Cavill can definitely take on that power ability, and then some, and then get some acting into that character. Maybe get some Dark Avengers in there. We can do some things with Sentry. You know what I mean? So some really great, incredible stuff to Sentry. Sentry is the only person that really can stand toe to toe with the Hulk. I'm talking about Savage Hulk, that is. So if they're thinking about doing World War Hulk, Sentry would be the one to stop them.
Only Sentry in the whole Marvel universe.
Here it comes.
Yeah,
somebody ring the bell.
Only Sentry.
What about
world? Now listen, I'm not talking.
no,
I'm
talking
specific. World Breaker Hulk. Now I'm not talking.
And I'm talking about Legion.
No, Hulk.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Put like this.
Yo, Leo,
the Hulk. The Hulk. You have to understand in the World War Hulk comic. In the World War Hulk comic, when he came back, he gave them. He basically told them what he was going to do. And he did it. He annihilated everybody.
Do you know what Legion is?
He couldn't stop him.
Why would
nobody could stop him?
He will literally go back in time, kill him as a baby.
He won't have the time.
His father.
But by that point, Gladiator, when he was Gladiator, by that point,
just kind of take him and just go.
By that point, when he was Gladiator Hulk, he was more strategic.
He would have literally done this.
Put it like this: this is Hulk. This is like Hulk spliced with Bruce Lee. He was like that type of combat system when he came back as Gladiator Hulk.
Do you understand that Marvel made Legion the strongest MCU character ever? You understand that, right?
Yeah, they did.
Okay.
But I'm talking
World War Hulk. Doesn't World Breaker Hulk, doesn't he die?
No.
Charles.
Sentry was the only person to stop him. So it would be great to have that battle sequence between the two.
He's so bad.
Go ahead.
So I will say that I would rather him be the Sentry character.
Shit.
As far as Chadwick Boseman, man, let me tell you, man, that guy, I still miss him. I miss him something terrible. And even the one sequence to me that always gets me is the in game when they say on your left and Cap is the only one last man standing against Thanos and all his legion of army, and Chadwick is one of the first ones to kind of come through the portal, and that still to this day just kills me, bro.
To this day,
kills me.
That is a moment.
That's a moment.
It just kills me. So I he is forever a strong imprint in all of us, in our hearts and mind, and just in his art form and everything that he brought to bringing the Black Panther character to life, man. So hats off to him, and forever he'll never be forgotten. So I'm glad that he got the award. And yeah, as far as U.S. Agent and Zemo, I know they've been, digging into a lot of characters. It's a shame that William Hurt is gone from us, because Thunderbolts, But hey, bring Sam Neill back from the Hulk movie, from the original Hulk movie.
There you go.
Bring Sam Neill back, and let him be Thunderbolt Ross.
Weirder things have happened. Oh man! All right, Aaron, and then I guess we'll end with some other things I'm gonna throw in there. But go ahead.
U.S. Agent. Yeah, I don't really care. That's fine. He's the last part of the Thunderbolts. That's fine. It is what it is. Can't wait to see you in your fake Captain America shield. It's gonna be fun. Chadwick, and Moon Knight getting Emmys. Wonderful. I love that. Moon Knight had some really good qualities about the show. deserved. Everything that Charles said about Chadwick and then some. I mean, miss him. I can't believe Wakanda Forever is coming and he's gonna be the memorial in the movie. It's crazy to me. But that's all I'm gonna say on that. Let me see. Where Henry Cavill. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm okay with him as Hyperion. I mean, like, I like Sentry, Hyperion. I don't care. I'd like to see him in the MCU because I do think he did good enough job as Superman. I think he's a good Superman, actually. And the more better actors in the MCU, the better, right? I'm here for it. I don't really care what he plays, to be honest with you. Just one of those. I've heard like 50 different roles for this guy at this point, so I don't really care what he is. I'm missing one. What was the one I'm missing? Big one, right?
There was one other one. I forgot.
No, it was only 4. Oh,
was it?
Chicago.
Waititi. I forgot about him.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
because this is my boy Thor, so I'm gonna get personal for a second.
Oh, shit. He brought Mike close.
Oh shit!
Here we go.
No, I'm not even gonna get Taika Waititi. You redeemed Thor in Ragnarok, and I'm appreciative of you. But then you brought him right back to the fucking depths of bullshit with this fucking movie.
Oh.
I swear to you.
Wow!
Why did you slaughter my boy Thor like this? You made him the dad of thunder. Literally, he's not even. I'm just so angry with where we left Thor. I'm so angry about it because of my boy, and like, it makes me so upset where we are with him. I know he's going to be around for Secret Wars and all that. I don't even know where his story goes from here, to be honest with you. And I don't know what type of director you're going to get to try and redeem him a second time. Like, how many characters can you actually redeem a second time in a series like this? Because it's crazy that you go from, I'm just going to call it what it is. Everybody here knows how much I love Thor. It's my fucking character, right? Thor, first movie, Thor: The Dark World, biggest piece of dog shit ever made. Thor: Ragnarok, amazing movie. Thor: Love and Thunder, mid at fucking best. Maybe worse than mid. I'm being generous. I am. I'm being generous because of my love of Thor.
And
how
don't
can
forget,
you get
Aaron? And don't forget, they cut a lot out of that movie. So probably all the stuff that was probably great about that film, they took out.
Fucking hours.
No, listen, Leo, bro, I get it. For like what Charles is saying is there's missing context to that movie that would have made a difference. Less fucking goat screams, more fucking context about Gore and the backstory, and more about Thor as well.
But to your point, though, we ended the movie. I don't care how we did it. I don't care if there was 4 hours. The movie ends with him having a kid.
Right. Right.
Her name is Love.
I don't care how great the other 3 hours and 59 minutes was. And now he's a daddy.
He's the dad of Thunder.
I don't want a Thor dad.
He's making pancakes.
What do
you mean, bro? He's making pancakes, bro. What do you mean?
No, I mean, I love pancakes too, right? I love them.
Wait. Nobody thought we were going to get Fat Thor either. Everybody loved him.
But he's hilarious.
But he was great.
Everybody loves Bro Thor.
Yeah.
Nobody dislikes Bro Thor. I have the fucking costume. Are we kidding?
Yo, honestly, I have been waiting for Fat Man screen representation.
Thank you.
And he gave it to me, okay? So I don't care what anyone says about Fat Thor. I got representation out here.
Fat Thor is one of those anomalies. It's like when you're watching Superman and they bring out Bizarro. Like, we know that, Bizarro hits him with the Bizarro way, and now everybody's turning Bizarro. We know that it's never going to stay that way. You know what I mean? Like, we know that it's going to revert back to the way it's supposed to be. When you do Thor Dad, that shit's forever. That shit's forever like luggage. Yeah,
she is
like luggage.
My point was, I'm just so mad that Taika Waititi took his creative direction. He sprinkled in just the right amount of comedy in Ragnarok. Just the right amount. It had its moments where you were like, oh shit, that was funny. The comedy between Hulk and Thor and Loki and Thor back and forth in that movie, hysterical. Right?
Don't forget Core.
But then you fucking dialed that shit up to 20 for this fucking movie. You made it a running joke. And it's supposed to be Gore the fucking God Butcher. This is a serious MCU villain. And this guy, the whole movie was jokes, aside from fucking Gore, who who literally looked like a child molester during the movie. That's literally what I got from it. What are we doing, Taika Waititi? What? I just don't get it. Like, I'm so glad you're no longer the director for the fucking Thor series, and it pains me to say that. It pains me to say it.
Nah. You gotta go
later. Go do something else. Go make a fucking woke movie elsewhere. Like nobody, go make fucking goat screams from 10 years ago hilarious again somewhere else.
Anybody that makes dialogue sequences between Thor and his hammer that are emotional needs to fucking go in the story.
It literally looked like Thor was having a romantic relationship with fucking half the movie.
Yeah, it's like,
what are we doing?
What are we doing? Kevin Feige approved it.
Okay.
So is he on the right track? Is he on the right track?
Yes.
Well,
and he corrected that by getting rid of his ass.
Exactly. He looked at his pocket afterwards and was like, "Hold up,
wait. I didn't mean to
way fatter."
I didn't mean to make this a whole fucking segment about Thor, but let's just get into it really quick, right?
Oh, here we go.
I think Kevin Feige doesn't know what to do. No, literally, I don't think he knows what to do with Thor because the first two movies, Thor and Thor: The Dark World, were very serious movies, and they were, for the lack of a better term, lower tier fucking movies. Then he went the mid comedy route with Thor Ragnarok. That movie was well received. That's a top 10 MCU movie, regardless of how you fucking think about it. Top 10 MCU movie. Then he was like, oh, okay, so the funny shit kind of works. So I'll let Taika Waititi take the creative directive, and then we'll do it this way. And then it fucking flopped.
It's a trap.
You just don't know they don't know what to do with him to make him good. It's the same problem with Hulk. They don't know what to do with Hulk. Now he's on a fucking ship on his way back to Sakaar to meet his fucking son. Is that going to fucking work with Hulk? Nobody know. It's probably going to not.
It actually should, because if Fox already lost their that's why they're doing this.
Leo, I get it. Brother, I get it. My point is, if you're the MCU and you have all these great characters and all these great, look what they did with fucking Iron Man and Captain America and all those fucking great stories that we got there. How can you fuck up Thor and the Hulk? How?
We got Iron Man 3.
Okay, fair.
You gotta remember that. We got Iron Man 3.
Okay, we got
it all back.
Bro, we got Iron Man 3. Okay, fine. But Iron Man is the fucking savior of basically Infinity War and fucking Endgame. He went out like a fucking G at the end. He's fucking Iron Man.
Well, you fuck up and then you fix it. You fuck up and you fix it.
That's what I'm saying.
Right?
So now we have to fix Thor a second time.
It's okay. I believe they can do it.
I think they can. I think they can fix Thor. I think that the problem with the Hulk is just that they just don't own the full rights to the Hulk.
Yep.
Universal still has their foot in Spider-Man with Sony. So those are the problems right there, Hulk and Spidey. But as far as Thor, they can change things.
Yep, and also I was about to say, let's be fair. You saw Thor: The Dark World, and did you really think he was coming back from that shit?
No. What's that rock meme? It's the biggest piece of dog shit I've ever seen. Literally the biggest piece of dog shit I've ever seen.
It's all right. Overrated for sure. All right. With that being said, to conclude the news, I'm going to talk about a couple of things that might have fell through the grapevine or the cracks or whatever, because I think some of these things need to be talked about. It's very important. So, Ant-Man, we haven't heard much about that. They let some footage out in was it San Diego Comic-Con? We might see that, we might not. Some announcements there. Guardians of the Galaxy 3, haven't heard much about that. Echo Show, I wouldn't be surprised if they start talking about that. The Marvels, obviously, Loki season 2, Ironheart, Agatha. I don't think they're going to talk about any of that stuff. What else was I going to go into? Okay, so and you guys can comment after this, whatever. But again, I want to put this on everyone's radar.
So you're going to talk about the castings?
That's what I was gonna do. So recently, a lot of trades, a lot of rumors, tweets going out, all this stuff have been talking about several different names that have been thrown out there as people that allegedly have been casted for the MCU. Right, one of those names, John Boyega. Obviously, Henry Cavill, which we've talked about a bunch. Jodie Comer and this Daisy Edgar Jones woman who allegedly for Sue Storm. John Krasinski, which I have a take on that. Giancarlo Esposito and Denzel Washington. Very big names right there. Now, I'm just going to give my opinions on some of these. John Boyega, I have no idea. I really don't. I honestly just hope they put him in a role that was better than they did him in Star Wars. Because say what you want, but they did him freaking dirty in Star Wars. He didn't have the arc that he should have had. It was bullshit. Henry Cavill. Obviously, we have Hyperion on the table. Wonder Man's a talk. Listen, I've heard Mike with Captain Britain right here. That's some talk. I honestly wouldn't mind if he got casted as Doom. I honestly think it's very under the radar casting that let this guy play something totally different and let him be a villain that's in the
Henry Cavill
as Doom. As Doom, yeah. Listen, you never know. All I'm saying is you never know. Now, these two women obviously for Sue Storm. John Krasinski, I think he's still going to play Reed, but I also think he's not going to play the 616 Reed. I think he's going to play a different Reed aside from the 8181 that we saw. And I think the 616 Reed will be someone younger and different. That's my take. Giancarlo Esposito and Denzel Washington. Those 2 names have been going around for obviously Professor X and Magneto, which crazy talk. But what do we think about any of this? Because there's a lot to take in right there.
Leo, we haven't really heard you talk much. So
you never really talk about news, Leo. You just tell us the news.
Off, bro.
I think you should kick it off, Leo. What do you think about any of this?
Do you have any feelings on any of those people?
The only 2 people I really give a fuck about is Denzel Washington and Giancarlo Esposito.
Yeah, Juan Carlo Esposito.
That's the only 2 people I really give a fuck about. Henry Cavill, don't really give a shit. Because I already got fucking Christian Pale fuck up my shit. So fuck DC.
Don't knock the Pale, man. Yeah, he was in a fucked up movie.
I'm knocking him because it was his choice not to wear the fucking prosthetic. So fuck him.
That's kind of on him.
Okay, never mind. Yeah,
that's kind of on him. It's kind of on him.
Right in the puss.
Right in the puss. Yeah.
Denzel Washington as Magneto. Fuck yeah. Giancarlo Esposito as Professor X. Maybe. Or give me fucking. I want Mr. Sinister. Because we already got we already got a scene in fucking Doctor Strange movie of the Savage Lands. Give me Sinister.
For Giancarlo, you're saying?
Giancarlo or
Denzel.
Or Denzel. I think Denzel will be a better Mr. Sinister.
Interesting.
Because he'll bring out that fucking that real smart evil motherfucker in that.
I could see that.
Yeah.
But Giancarlo Esposito, whatever he wants to fucking play, give it to him. The man is gold.
It's facts.
The only thing that I'll say here is it's the X-Men rumors for me because from everything that people were talking about, and you guys can counter me if you want. It's not a knock on Denzel or Giancarlo; they're phenomenal actors. My thing is Marvel said they wanted to go younger for these bigger characters.
Right.
Denzel and Giancarlo, they're phenomenal, but they're older. You know what I mean? So that leads me to believe you only have them for a short period of time. So you're not going to cast them as Professor X and Magneto.
You also have what they did in The Irishman with what's his name?
Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro. Yeah, so they could also make them look a little bit younger, but I don't know by changing their because if you pick those, you're going to change their origin. Exactly, right. It's going to change their origin story.
No, it's not even about the look. It's a matter of having them around. Because I feel like those 2 characters, we haven't even gotten the X-Men in the MCU yet, and people are saying not till 2025, 2026.
Right.
You're already talking about those guys.
The alleged contract thing that
you're already talking about those 2 guys being 3 years older than they are now. You know what I'm saying? Right. So now you're talking about how long what's the longevity there with those? You know what I mean? I don't care if they're in the MCU. I want them there. That's wonderful. They're great actors. But give me short roles where they're to me, I've told you guys this before. Giancarlo Esposito is always going to be a villain to me. He plays the villain so fucking well in everything he does. Video games, movies, everything. He's the fucking villain, and he's great at it.
You know what, though? If they take Giancarlo Esposito and put him in a one movie, I'm going to kill the villain movie, I will fucking lose my mind.
I don't know if it necessarily has to be a one-off, but
that's what Marvel does. That's the problem.
But listen, let's be clear. As we've all been saying, Giancarlo Esposito and Denzel Washington are who they are. If they put them in there for a 1 or 2 movie spread and they kill them, it might be the best thing that ever happened in Marvel as far as story.
Could be.
These 2 dudes, let's not forget, these 2 dudes have a history with each other on screen that goes all the way back. to Mo Better Blues. The chemistry on that screen with the two of them is going to be off the charts. And the fact that they know that this is a limited time for them to be on screen is only going to make it that more intense.
But look, also, who was the greatest villain in MCU? In the MCU to this date? On your shirt?
Thanos.
Thanos?
Yeah, he was CGI. He was only voiced.
Yep.
Yeah.
He was voiced by the
He did a hell of a job on that voice too, by the way.
Yeah, of course he did.
Sure
That's
did.
what I'm saying. Like, yo, you give me, if I don't get their likeness, I'm okay with that. If I can get their acting in a
Oh yeah, that's
like,
fair. That's
like,
very
like
fair.
what you're calling out, right? Sinister.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Apocalypse.
Apocalypse.
Ooh, maybe.
Yo, get some Galactus in there. Like, get me some
Galactus
crazy
voice?
shit.
Okay,
Yo,
listen.
so I'm
can't
good.
get
I'm
this
good with that.
Until,
You know what I'm saying? Give me their acting chops. It doesn't need to be their face, but give me their chops, right? On a nice, beautifully CGI'd villain. That oh god, oh it'd be so great.
That'd be great.
No, it would be because I'm picturing both of their voices in the MCU, and it would just be to hear them would be like,
at
oh
this
shit.
rate, I think every actor and actress is going to be in the MCU.
Of course.
Yeah,
You're not
how
wrong.
are they
You're
not?
not
How are they
wrong.
not?
No, wait. No, we don't want fucking Kim Kardashian in this shit. If I hear wait, hold on 1 second. If I
Leo,
hear another
she's very
fucking
excited.
rumor that Kim
damn.
Kardashian is going to be
In this fucking MCU, I'm going to lose my shit.
Hey, she got the,
Well,
she got
ready
to
to
the
lose
capital.
your
She
Are
got to
you
the
sure,
capital.
Leo? Are you sure?
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to welcome Leo to the podcast finally after about an hour.
I don't know where that thing's been, but he's here now.
He's here now.
He's here now. Listen, at this point, everybody wants to be a part of history.
Yep.
So I got a question because a certain big actor, Mr. Terrence Howard, was in this thing early in the game,
Oh,
and
that ding dong.
I thought about it. I'm like, damn, I wonder if he wants to come back, and I wonder if Marvel would let him back.
I don't know.
It's possible. Him and Edward Norton.
There's another rumor that a character that we all love is Nightcrawler is going that the kid from Equalizer 2 that was playing opposite
I know you're talking
Denzel,
about. Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Is going to be
the kid from Wu-Tang. The kid from the Wu-Tang story you talking about?
Yeah.
They supposedly, it's a rumor that they're talking to him for Nightcrawler.
He'd probably do a good job.
That'd be crazy.
He'd do a good job.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Because Nightcrawler is such a righteous character.
Yeah,
he
has
like,
that voice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
he
I
has
think
that voice, which is why they chose him to be
I
Riddler.
freaking love Nightcrawler.
Because he has a
Nightcrawler's one of my
ominous.
favorites.
Yo, Nightcrawler is one of my
Nightcrawler
favorites,
is one of my
always has been.
favorite underrated characters.
Yeah.
In
We
that.
have to talk
Aaron,
about
Aaron,
that.
what do you mean by that?
I don't know
No.
anything. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. The thought of Denzel as Magneto and Giancarlo as Professor X and them facing off against each other in the same scene just made my head explode. I think I literally wouldn't be able to watch that because I'd be like, what am I looking at right now?
It would
This
be
is
sick,
ridiculous.
The
it would be ridiculous.
It will be
dialogue
De Niro. It will
alone.
be De Niro and Al Pacino and Heat.
That's what I'm saying.
basically.
It would be ridiculous, honestly.
the dialogue alone would just be absolutely, because this
It'd
is
be
whole
crazy.
thing about why we shouldn't kill humanity and why fuck humanity, this is our world. Can you imagine these two guys having just this conversation alone? It's gonna be absolutely crazy, bro.
It'd be great to get Robert De Niro in the MCU.
This is all rumors. These are all rumors.
Yeah,
These
they
are
were.
all-
That'll mess with Scorsese.
It's not just a movie, Tariq. It's not just a movie.
He would never be in another Scorsese film ever again. He would be so blacklisted from Scorsese films. He never, ever
You be
again.
talking to Robert De Niro, but what are you doing? What are you doing?
And then, Robert De Niro go, just a little bit. You know, a little bit.
Hey, he wasn't Dick Tracy. Robert De Niro was the villain in Dick Tracy now. Remember that.
The rumored names for Denzel are actually crazy. I'm just reading a list of rumored names and it's crazy.
Dude,
Magneto, Blue Marvel,
Yep, which is
Mephisto,
Yeah, everyone's Mephisto. It's fine.
Like any of these, I'm picturing Denzel in any of these roles. I'm like, Jesus Christ, it would be crazy to see him in any of those. Would be dope.
Mephisto.
Oh man, John Carlo.
Mephisto would be crazy, bro. CGI. Like,
that's what was CGI, bro.
It's CGI. Yeah, okay.
That's Mephisto in Training Day.
Making a deal.
Who's?
Mephisto in Training Day. That's it.
All right, comic book heads. I have a question for you because I don't know this name. It's a Black Panther villain. I'm gonna pronounce it wrong. Bashenga. That name is floating out there for Denzel to play for like Wakanda moving forward.
Maybe. What about Dr. Voodoo for Denzel? That might be interesting.
Could be.
Yeah, that would be interesting. But that would be too old. But he's good at hand fighting. Dr. And Dr. Voodoo is
That might be an interesting one.
That would be a complete series for him, bro.
God. All right. Well, with that being said, that is our nudie. Nudie. You know where my head's at. The So yeah. Hey.
My fault. My finger slipped.
So with that being said, let us know in the comments what do you think about the D23 stuff. We will be doing a pre-record after the event this weekend to kind of see where our predictions landed versus where it actually happened. So with that being said, I guess it's time to go into She-Hulk, and everyone's really excited about it. So
Lord.
Yeah, I just want to keep the violence going. So everyone take a sip of your drink. And let's talk about She-Hulk.
What was this, episode 5?
This was actually episode 4, so we are almost at the halfway season. Is someone playing Careless Whisper? Is that what I heard?
Yes, we are.
I heard some Careless Whisper.
Yeah, because it's okay, guys. Anyway,
all right. With that being said, I'm gonna kick this off and let you guys start. So, episode 4, a whopping 23 to 24 minute episode again, like we were really excited about. That we were talking about during our last review that
quality
didn't want to happen, but it still happened. We had Wongers in there this episode. We had the freaking the magician who was named after
God,
Donnie Blaze.
Donnie Blaze.
Yeah. You might as well call them Ralph Boner.
Don't get me started.
Yep. All right. So I'm gonna let you guys take this. Just someone else start because I swear to God, I think we're all gonna lose it. By the way, just to note, IGN, a shout out to them who gave this episode a whopping 9 out of 10. So let's start there, guys. Is this a 9 out of 10? Please.
It was a typo. It was a 9 out of 100.
Go ahead, someone take it.
All 9 of those belongs to him.
All right, so I guess I'll go first. Because I know you guys are going to be violent. What
do you mean by that? I'm never violent.
I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying.
Yes, sir. Yo, Charles, I'm with you.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed this episode. I'm sorry. It was so good. Okay, so here's the thing.
What? I'm lost.
Listen.
What?
Listen.
I'm so
Here's
confused.
the thing that I appreciate about this episode. There has been a lot of comic book. I remember reading the X-Men movie, the X-Men Chris Claremont run of the X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
And
Classic.
I realized that it, like, a lot of the stories just went from event to event. And I love Chris Claremont, but it just seemed like it was like not a time to breathe. It went from one event to the next event to the next event. And I feel like some of the comic stories that they have written later on has touched upon those quiet moments. Like, what does these characters do? There was a book that that came out with Matt Fraction did on Hawkeye, which is kind of, loosely based on the Hawkeye show that just came out. And it talked about what Hawkeye does when he's not being Avenger. So I love that they captured like what these guys do when they're not fighting bad guys and they're not going against a global threat or some alien is not. Like, what do these guys do? Like, what do they watch? Like, do they eat popcorn? And I kind of like that they showed that in this film. Like, Wong was watching This Is Us, and You know, like I kind of.
I'm getting to that. When I talk about it,
I kind of like that they kind of show this human elements to these characters. You know what I mean? Like, you know, everybody's not always on mission. You know what I mean? Like, what do they do when things are not happening? You know what I mean? So I like that they touched on that in this episode.
And also,
yeah.
But you have to realize one thing. This is one of the most comic book accurate fucking shows to date.
She-Hulk is a very out there, fun-loving. This is what she does. She talks to the audience. She's always done that. Always done that.
What comic was Megan the Stallion in? I forgot about that one. Can you open this shit?
Oh, wait.
I know the answer. I know the answer. I
can literally tell you.
It was number 069. It was a very good issue.
Was it just called Body Yaddy Yaddy
Yaddy? I can literally tell you which one.
Okay,
Wongers all day.
All day.
Wongers, baby.
And that girl, I love that character. I'm sorry. I thought that character was so much fun.
Leo, I want to hear what comic book Megan was in. Go, let me know.
Okay, the same comic book where she came into a hot tub naked with Thor, Captain America, Spider-Man, and Iron Man.
Wait, that really happened? No, that's here?
Yeah. She-Hulk does stuff like that in the comic.
No, I said Megan.
But naked. Megan. But they were all butt naked in the hot tub.
Looking naked.
So wait,
the only one that had clothes on was Mary Jane.
So wait, my issue is, why were all those dudes in the hot tub together naked though?
I mean, why not?
They were
there for the circle jerk.
They were in Asgard. So
where did we go? Where are we?
Asgard? Asgard.
I don't know. I don't think I want to be naked in a place called Asgard. I'm just saying. Like
I usually skip this part.
Naked.
No wait.
But you gotta realize one thing. This is what this comic book character is.
Yeah, she is.
She's funny loving. She's okay. I'm a person with violence. When we got the little demons coming out, that actually happened in the fucking comic book.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Actually, that was one of the better scenes in the episode, aside from Wong.
Really
Wong dancing to the Sopranos, and then like that one.
Yo, that was classic. Wong dancing with the Sopranos, that was classic. When I saw that, I was like, "Yo, he's watching the Sopranos. This is fucking awesome."
Wong saved this whole thing for me.
He sure did.
If he wasn't in this episode, I would have been upset. Now, to Charles's point, tell me about these heroes in their downtime. I get it. Yes, that's cool. But before the Hawkeye show came out, my man was jumping off a building, shooting arrows into aliens. Like he was doing stuff. Like we got all the action stuff from him. The people who don't know She-Hulk might look at her like a joke at this point. They may not get it. I want to see a superhero show. I didn't want to see this. And you could possibly lose her. She's not established in this MCU. Hawkeye established, Loki established, like all these other shows. I mean, with the exception of Miss Marvel, who came up, and we love her, but
Moon Knight.
They're not Moon Knight. He came up also, but the other ones who were established, I can live with seeing them. Wong did his thing, man. I love the fact that he watches Sopranos and This Is Us. I watch both them shows. Fantastic writing on both of them.
Listen. You know what's funny? That girl that was with Wong and then whatever. I've never loved and hated a character both at the same exact time, but like she did it. I actually can't believe she did it. So Wongers, what kind of drink do you like?
I know.
Have you had Manhattans? I'm like, why do I hate you?
I would,
but also you have her dating. You also have the real life of her dating, and the real life of somebody calling her a 6. You have the real life of fucking swiping left and right. Connects. Connects with a lot of fucking people out here.
So aside from the PTSD that I had about dating nowadays, when she got dropped off onto the couch after, I was like,
hey,
for real.
Thank you. Did you see the jiggle? Did you see the jiggle? That's all I want you to know.
Yep. Let me tell you, Leo, I saw it.
Jiggle?
Yep, I love it when
I
it
rewound that
jiggles,
scene
it
3
folds.
times.
I like to see it wiggle.
Okay, so I don't want to hear no shit. Nobody talking shit about my goddamn She-Hulk.
Let me tell you something. I was doing all of this at the
Take
same
alert.
time, literally one right after the other. I was just like this, like the whole time that was going on.
Like, look, I mean, look, it just, I don't know, man. I'm looking for more out of this. I thought it was hilarious, and my man woke up the next morning and saw her. It was like, yeah, I'm gonna go. Like, yeah, I'm out.
What about my man that didn't want to pay the check? Like,
I just want to smash Hulk. That's it.
And here's the gambit for me right here, because I would have wanted done one and the other one, like just to see, you know. Come on, you know what I'm talking. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. How did he not stay? Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I would have done the same thing.
It's easy. See,
I mean,
you would crush,
I mean,
and the other one would
Abel,
crush. You mean by that?
Exactly. By the way, anyway, Luis, hello from Brazil. Welcome to the show. You came at a great time.
What do you mean by that?
What do you
mean by that?
What do you mean by that?
Listen,
just out of curiosity.
Did you see how she landed? That's what he means by that.
Yeah,
that's a superhero landing for your ass.
She also had demon goop and shit in her hair.
I don't care.
I would have got.
Let me ask you guys a question.
All types of other goop would have been in her hair.
What's that? Smash. Yeah, still smash.
Hey, yo, you're right. You were right.
The demon scene. Do you think that was a callback to the original that Ang Lee Hulk scene where he fight the dogs? I kind of felt like that.
Yep.
I don't know if they meant to do it that way, but I kind of felt like they were doing
Dude,
that.
the dogs looked like the dogs.
It did.
They did.
The part of that scene I liked where she was just holding the dog and looking at him and like, so that cease and desist. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. She's like, you sure we're gonna do that right now? Okay, great. Throws the dog.
Yeah, so you know.
Did you guys? Chase, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, but but this is one of the better episodes. But this is what I expected from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what it should have been from day one. Once you established who she was and what's going on in her life, this should be every freaking day. Megan should be like trying to get her to come out and go party afterwards and whatnot, taking her to places she doesn't want to be. Things happen. Shit gets crushed. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what we expect on a regular basis. It's taking too long to get here. And when it gets here, it's meh at best.
Mm-hmm.
It's just short, bro. It's just I feel like they put a 3 hour movie and cut it.
Yeah.
That's not even 3 hours, bro.
Not even 3 hours. Yeah. Like 2.5.
Yeah.
Maybe, if that. And they cut it. It was like, okay, let's cut it.
Yeah.
And whoever did the fucking editing for this show should be shot.
Yo,
it was pretty bad.
The pacing of this episode completely took me out.
Yo, dude, they need to be shot. Whoever's doing the editing for this show needs to be shot.
Yeah, wait till you find out there's 4.5 hours of this shit that no one saw.
No one see.
Are you telling me I could have gotten more Wongers in this episode?
More Wongers, baby. Whatever Wongers on screen, I'm good.
Probably Wongers for your ass all through the 4 hours that ended up, on the floor.
It kind of remind me of like an episodic show like Seinfeld, where Seinfeld, like, remember those episode shows where it just kind of cuts to one scene to the next scene to the next scene. I kind of feel like they're doing that with this story with She-Hulk's character, and the Ally McBeal type thing. I kind of feel like they're doing that.
I'm sorry though. Was anyone like really annoyed at this cliffhanger? Because like it just annoyed the way it was done. It was like, oh well, this is how you end the episode. It's like, fuck you.
Yeah, listen, I said this last week. All of this shit is like those cliffhangers of old. You guys remember? And I know some of you guys may not, but I know Wendy's. Remember the banana splits? Remember the cliffhanger called Danger Island?
Yep.
Chicago, and all that. Okay, so this shit would come on. It'd be on for like 8.5 minutes. And you'd be like, oh my God, what's going to happen to them? And no sooner than the action would start, it'd go to a commercial and it would come back and it wouldn't even go back to Danger Island. It'd go to one of the other things. And you're like, well, what the hell ever happened to these guys?
Yep.
And this is what I'm feeling like. The pacing of this She-Hulk thing is just like, but if you take these little episodes and you split them up, they're just TikTok videos, bro. That's all they are. Just freaking TikTok videos.
Do you guys think that whole what's the chick's name? Madison? Is that her name? The chick?
Yeah.
The one who, do you not think
it
that
was with two ends and
Madison
the Y splits, and you don't want to know where the Y split.
Yeah, okay. I hate you for remembering that. Literally,
he literally has emotional damage from dating.
I know. I understand.
What do you mean by that?
Do you think that whole thing with her? Remember when she came back and was like, "Oh, I had to sign a pact."
If you say it was Mephisto, blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna punch you in the throat.
No. I'm just saying. They said Donnie Blaze. Do you not think that that's a fucking tie into Mephisto? Sounds like it.
My question is,
sounds like
everything is Mephisto and everyone is Mephisto.
No, we're talking about Mephisto for fucking years.
Damn real they are. Yes, they are. I stand by that. Yes, they are. If she went to some hellscape and had to make a deal,
she had to make a deal to get back. Right.
That's gonna come back. It's gonna come back. 100%. That will come back. Yeah.
Madison shall return.
And we were talking about Donnie Blaze. Come on, bro.
Yeah,
Donnie
that shit.
Come on, bro. What are we doing?
I'm really getting sick.
Marvel's just sprinkling in every fucking name they can in this whole fucking series.
Stop
to get us to be like, let's talk about fucking Wolverine. Let's talk about Johnny Blaze. Let's talk about Mephisto.
I don't want to be Ralph Bohnert anymore. I don't want to be Aldrich Killian anymore. I don't want to be Mandarin anymore.
And just wait, any of these episode 5, we're probably gonna get fucking Daredevil. So
we're not getting him. No, I agree with what Chase said the other night. We're not getting him till the very end. He's gonna freaking do his flip in the last 20 minutes of the freaking episode.
20 seconds.
And it's
gonna go to commercial.
Seconds. Watch. It's gonna go to fun credits. You're gonna be like, oh my god, Daredevil just on the screen, and credits gonna show up.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be Mike Tyson.
He's gonna say some stupid shit too, like we have to talk, and that's
exactly.
Yep, it'll be the second quickest moment I've had with She-Hulk. Anyway, does anyone have anything left to say with She-Hulk? Does anyone have anything else? So we're pretty much at the halfway point with She-Hulk, and I hope it gets better. I know we feel the same way. I mean, this is a better episode. I don't know how, because
I love it. It's exactly like the comics. I'm sorry, guys. It is. It is exactly like the comics. The comics are the same way. She-Hulk is opposite of Hulk. Hulk is more intense. She is more fun-loving. She is.
I'm just not
more sexual.
He's not Hulk.
And you gotta realize one thing, that She-Hulk is trying to find herself in this whole fucking thing, and this is what women deal with all the fucking time. Over sexualizing every fucking thing. Because in the comic book, she was fucking every time she was either in a bathing suit or half naked. Her fucking main outfit is a fucking bathing suit.
I love that in the course of her finding herself. The first 2 episodes, all we got were, so I'm like the Hulk, but I'm better because I'm a female. Sorry.
Yeah,
okay.
She actually did make Hulk jealous.
All right, good, wonderful.
Great. For me, She-Hulk should be like freaking.
I don't know whether that's a testament to fucking She-Hulk or whether that's a diss to Bruce Banner. He's a fucking dickhead.
If Wong keeps showing up in these episodes, I'll be all right, man.
I guess what I'm trying to say is that Thanos was right. Okay.
Thanos was right.
All right. Well, listen, we're all looking forward to episode 5, and I hope it keeps going in the upward trajectory for me, at least, because I'm just I was there at episode 3, and I was ready for more, and then this episode kind of took me down a little bit. But it's okay, because every time I try and get out, they pull me back in.
More Wongers.
You know what? More Wongers. I agree with that. More Wongers.
Well, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna hit the reset button on this damn thing and watch everything. Since we're at 4 going into 5, I'm gonna watch everything from start to finish and see if the presentation is any better when I can completely watch a whole freaking episode.
Good news. At this rate, you'll be able to watch 9 episodes in under an hour.
Exactly. I'll just make sure I go to the bathroom so that I don't miss anything.
All right. With that being said, that concludes She-Hulk episode 4. So I guess it's time for House of the Dragon episode 3. Oh my goodness!
Wait, you fuckers ain't gonna drink?
First of all, cheers. Yep, we're changing topic, and this will probably be the last one of the night. But House of Dragon episode 3. Yeah, listen, I don't know if we're gonna get to that, man. We're already at an hour 25. We'll talk about that. But anyway, House of the Dragon episode 3.
Amazing. Amazing.
This show is out of control on episode 3. Yo, you remember that time when I said that this show might eclipse Game of Thrones and everyone shitted on my face? Well, I still think I'm right. But anyway.
Well, I still think we got a ways to go. But
that's fine. But I don't care.
They're showing promise. I'll tell you that much. It's showing fucking promise, okay?
So first of all, time jump. How do we feel about like a time jump of a year or two, right? Because second name day, right? So that was a 2 year time jump.
2 years.
Yeah,
I was cool.
3 years.
I was cool with the time jump.
Me too. With it. I was good with that.
2 years and 9 months at the very least, because she gotta get pregnant. So
I've heard that's how it works. I've heard that's how it works.
I'm good with that. I want to get. I feel like this crew would do better as adults. I want to get to that part where they're, it's getting real serious and real intense. And I mean, as a kid, she was kind of badass too.
What the fuck?
I'm not worried about it.
I was about to say I'm actually concerned about like eventually they're gonna do a 10-year, however many year time jump in this series because we get different actors for Dairy, whatever her name is.
Yeah,
and like I like her like as like she's playing it right now, so I hope we get a little bit more time with her. But
listen, she's coming into her own right now.
Oh,
100%.
This whole thing with the board, just like her confidence is like way up here now.
She came into that celebration bloodied up still and said, "Yeah, you got your elk, but I brought a boar, so the hell with you."
He still didn't get the. He didn't get the elk.
He didn't get the elk.
He didn't get the elk. That's right. Yeah, he
saw the right one. She saw the right one.
Yep.
It didn't go. He didn't get it. So
and that was a sign to her, and that's why she said not to kill it.
There's a little something happening.
Yeah, because she's gonna take fucking charge after Pops dies of fucking diabetes and has a hole in his ass.
It's diabetes.
Diabetic.
That too.
Diabetes.
That's why she bought that wild boar to her ass. But my man, wait, I see.
We gotta talk about Damon.
I have to deal with the wild boar situation. Those motherfuckers are nasty. And when that boar came out, I literally almost shit myself.
That was a good scene.
Bro.
Yo, it brought flashbacks. I was like, yo, what the fuck?
Dude,
that? It knocked this motherfucker out?
It did. It knocked the hell out of that dude.
First of all, first of all, nerd facts. The bone in their head that makes up the head plate is harder than stone. These motherfuckers can literally dig in solid ground. So a human head is nothing. And dude, listen, I was scared for her because I was like, bro, if this
was holding it though, but she was holding it though.
Dude, listen, this is where it's TV.
Yeah, that's TV. That would have been
real life,
TV
bro.
Like a motherfucker.
But listen, man, those fucking teeth, bro. When they hook, they tear. That's what they're for.
And that's what they do. They come at you with their head down.
Yeah, bro. This is
all they're gonna do is up to the right,
and they're fast. They're like 12, 15 miles per hour. They can run up to.
Dude,
this is a fucking hammer with fucking spikes, bro. Like I was scared for her. Like oh shit. And once old boy got knocked out, I'm like, oh damn, she done.
Nah, she a Targaryen, baby.
Yeah, listen,
tell that nigga up. Like nah, chill, son.
I got respect for her, bro. It's all good.
And like when she was sitting there making that guy play that song over again, just clearly like ignoring the queen, she's like, just play it again. No, just play it again.
Play it again.
Right.
She was turning but that queen bitch, she needs to get shanked. I'm sorry.
Oh no, she's something's gonna happen.
She needs to get shanked. She needs to get shanked.
Her and the king are done before the end of the season. I don't even think they're gonna make it to the end of the season. To be honest,
well, first of all, the king's not gonna make it to the end.
No, that's a fact. Yeah, no.
Yeah, which is gonna put her ass in the hot plate because at this point, Rhaenyra's starting to fucking realize that she doesn't need anybody.
Yep.
So and she already doesn't like her. So
yep. And also this episode we got introduced to a Lannister from this time. Obviously a little shithead asshole. Like they all freaking are.
Like they all are. You know it. I mean, Jamie was a cool ass nigga though. After I got over that whole fucking sister thing.
Well, Tyrion's my dude, always and forever. Anyone that's gonna say I drink and I know things, that's it. That's it. That's my guy officially. And then we just got to talk about the back half of this episode. So Damon being presented the letter first of all, and said, "Hey." So for those, the letter pretty much said it. It kind of read, "Hey, we know you aren't doing this right, so I'm going to send you this, that, and the third so you can actually do it right." That's pretty much how he read it in his head, and then he beat the shit out the messenger. How you going to mess up the messenger? Bro. What are you, Leonidas? Are you 300? You're just going to mess up the messenger?
Listen,
mess that messenger up.
I would have found somebody standing next to Damon and be like, "Yo, do me a favor.
Do me a favor, hand
it. Just hand it to him." Yeah, just
he had 6 motherfuckers behind him. I would have said, "Yo, you already know his attitude."
Yo, and then the rest of this episode was just freaking chaos. As soon as he went over there to surrender, I said, "This about to get." I turned my volume up all the way, and I'm like, "This about to get good."
I'm
not this guy. Yeah,
I didn't expect that. I didn't expect him to do what he did. I expected to surrender. I was like, "All right, cool." At any moment now, it's gonna be like Thanos, baby. Rain, fire. And I was like, "Yeah."
Not that way.
No.
It's the way he did it. He's fast as fuck, boy.
My man got his Barry Allen on. What?
He's fast as fuck, boy. He was freaking moving. And he was. The crazy shit was he was killing everyone as he was moving. Like that's the crazier shit. That scene was nuts. And then he gets to the house and just here come the dragons. Here come the dragons. And we so we got to look at another dragon along with his dragon. So I think that puts us at 3 dragons for the season now, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. So, and allegedly we're getting 17 in this season. So what is that? 14 more to go.
14 more.
And listen, I think we all want the big boy. Where is
you're probably not gonna see big boy to the end
until the end.
Season.
And that's fine. That's fine. They might even save it for like the very, very end, like to tease season 2.
Yeah.
And I need to look at this guy.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be Rhaenyra's dragon.
Yeah.
Her dragon.
No, I think it's if it's the Dread, he's gonna block out the fucking sun.
Yeah, bro.
Dread is dead, man.
No, but if they do a back time, if they go back and see how they first got the dragons.
Oh, I would like that.
If they do like a flashback, okay, this is how he died, and they show this motherfucker just woof.
If they show me Valerian the Dread, Abel, I'll be with you. This will be better than Game of Thrones.
Yep.
That will seal it up for me in the
first season, though, man.
Yep.
It's gonna happen.
It will.
How is that going to seal? You talking about 8? Well, how many seasons was Game of Thrones?
7 good ones.
How many seasons? Yeah.
7 good ones.
It was. Listen, I went back and rewatched that last season. I even gave it another shot just to see. It just so was lackluster at the end. Like honestly, they could have did a whole. Like, I've said this before. They could have did a whole season for the Night King. They could have did a whole season for Cersei being taken down. They could have did a whole season for Daenerys being taken down.
Losing her damn mind.
They put 3 seasons in one.
They rushed it.
They put 3 seasons in one, and honestly, it's gonna mess them up for all time. I swear to God.
Yep.
And I believe that last season it took a while for them to even.
It was like
it was like a big hiatus,
right? For contract.
Yeah,
the contract. They were having contracts.
It took them almost 2 years to film that season.
Idiots.
Yeah, because they were arguing with contracts. They took them almost I think it was a year of contracts they were arguing about.
Yeah, that's sometimes messes up the momentum. You know what I mean? Unfortunately,
it really did.
Yep. And it looks like the preview to this next episode too. It looks like they're having an air conversation between Damon and the girl, and then the new son, and it's about to get politically nasty next episode. Not so much violent,
Damon,
but it's about to be the Game of Thrones.
It's about to get in, bro. Like
Damon is the dude.
If this is any indication, listen. Don't miss a fucking episode of this damn thing because it's only going to get better. They haven't even gotten to the actual internal strife at this point.
Yep.
This is just little skirmish.
They touched it a little. They're touching it little pieces here and there, like the other general with Damien. and his brother fucking comes up to him and says, let's start an anarchy. How do we know we're not winning? We're losing. We should just revolt and leave. His brother went up to his ass. I don't give a fuck if you're family or not. You start a what is it called?
Start a mutiny.
Start a mutiny here. I'm gonna fucking put your ass on a fucking pike.
Yep, you're damn right. Kill them all.
Kill them all. Listen, that's pretty much the way it's going, baby.
I love it.
The way it's going. This shit's interesting.
How hyped was everybody when they saw Damien come out with a fucking half a torso?
Half a torso.
Like, yo, you chop brother that hard.
Yo,
and his organs coming out.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought this guy was gonna be a big bad of the season type of issue,
no,
and they killed him. They killed him episode 3
straight away.
Oh.
Yeah, they do that.
They chopped his. I know. That's why I love them, because you never know what's coming.
Yeah.
Fuck that. You want to see intestines? This motherfucker drug his ass.
Held his hand and brung him out.
He was like, here's your king.
He's like,
is this your king? God. All right. Anything else on the House of Dragon?
It's fire.
It's literally and figuratively.
Literally.
Love it.
God.
Gratuitous violence.
Gratuitous violence.
You gotta watch it someday, Aaron.
Once I get my my Fire Stick done, because I'm not paying for HBO Max. Yeah, I'll watch it.
But it might not even be a HBO Max soon. Who knows? With Discovery.
That's fine too.
Yeah.
Send it to Netflix. Let's go. They got money to pay for this shit.
I'm saying. I'm in.
All right, so I guess we got the last few minutes here. We might as well get into it. Let's go into the new Rings of Power show real quick. You know, try and not eclipse this over 2 hours. But guys, we're back in Lord of the Rings. Seeing this show, they clearly spent a ton of money on this. It was like watching a Lord of the Rings movie. What do we think? Because I loved every second of it. All the old names coming up, all the, you know, there was some violence in there. The whole sister brother dynamic. It was great. What do we think?
Bro, I'm back on Middle Earth, son. I'm good. Let's do it. Let's go. I'm in, yo. I think it's gonna be a great show. Lord of the Rings is one of those things. I didn't read the books, I watched the movies. And I love them. I love the lore. I love fire. I want to know who my man is inside the sky right quick. Like, for real. I got all kinds of questions. I want to see how this all unfolds, man. I got dwarves and elves. Let's go. Give it to me.
And all the old names coming up, like Doran. Doran was a big dwarf name that came up. Celebrimbor was like an area named after this guy. So what's this guy gonna bring to the table? I don't know. Didn't really read any of the books, but there's a lot of old school names coming up that I think we're just gonna keep hearing again and again.
Listen, I said 100 times, shows that have big immersive worlds last forever because you tell a million stories and it never gets old. You listen, yo, did you see the fucking snow troll?
Yeah, I think it was dope. That scene was fantastic.
That was actually crazy.
Bro, that shit.
But Shorty's fire though.
Yo, she beat the shit out of
She did.
That big chunk of ice at there.
When the motherfucker came out of the hole in the house.
Yeah.
Yo, that shit scared the shit out of me. I was like, hide your kids. The motherfucking kid was already hiding. And this bitch going on and hiding in a goddamn closet.
I'm like, you really going in the closet, right? Like,
you see the fucking claws in this motherfucker?
Yo, I like how my man was in the thing though. He was like, yo, go find your own hiding spot. This is me.
He was like, run, Mom, run! He locked that door and click, run!
And then the whole scene with her on the boat too, and her like deciding what to do. And I'm sorry, when she jumped off that boat and that gate closed, that shit turned dark.
Yeah.
I like, right? That wasn't just me, right? Like that shit. There's some evil shit on the other side of that motherfucker. Like 100%. There's some bad shit going on over there.
Yeah. I think that they I think they're telling these people that they're going home, and something really crazy happens to them.
Yeah, they're sending them to their doom.
Yeah, you're done. 100%. Thanks, bye.
Yeah, and then she finds all the survivors from that boat crash, and then like the whole thing with that seat, whatever that monster was, that was awesome.
That was.
Yeah, that was fucking cool. Like they made this. They clearly put the money into this show. You could tell it. Like even going into Doran and them doing that whole competition thing with the breaking the rocks, that shit was funny. Like they clearly put the money and the production value into this, so that's why I'm interested in it. I think the most.
Can we talk about the emotional damage that the fucking elf left my man without the kid? He was like, "You gave him this as a seedling. He's been watering it, feeding it." And this motherfucker was like, "No, I haven't. No, I haven't." And the fucking elf says, "It grows out of love." I was like, "You emotional bitch." I was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I was like, "Listen, he grew it out of love because he loved your ass and you left him. And that's why he's fucking pissed off at you. So fuck him."
And who the hell is our meteor man from the sky? What the hell is?
Yeah, I don't know.
Who the hell is that dude?
That motherfucker needs some medication, though.
That whole scene with the fireflies and him making the stars, and then they all just die. I'm like, all right, this guy's gonna be cool. He's gonna be so cool.
He's something pivotal. So I don't know. What
everything around him starts dying. So it's like,
what if he saw
him? I don't know. But that whole beginning scene, speaking of Sauron, that whole beginning scene with the war and then seeing Sauron like in person, like that whole first
that shit was crazy.
That was dope. Like they spent millions of dollars on that first 10 minutes.
When he fell into Earth, it looked like the eye. It looked like Sauron's eye.
The eye, and it looked like that. What's that symbol that they're seeing with the three things that it was on her brother? I thought it looked like that. I'm like, this guy is evil. I actually thought, is this like the start of Wizards? Because you haven't seen a wizard yet. I mean, it's only 2 episodes, but like, where are the wizards at? Maybe this is the start of Wizards because he was fucking around with the firefly. I don't freaking know.
Is he gonna be found out? Okay.
I don't know. There's definitely nerdier people that have seen this like show and read this thing. They all know exactly who this guy is, and we're just sitting here.
If you're out there, chime in. Correct us.
Yeah.
Tell us
please
what we don't know.
Comment. Yeah.
we're just looking at cool ass shit. We want to see some people die.
We're just standing around finger popping our assholes. So we're just trying to figure out what
you're alone with that one.
You're on. I'm good. My hands are right here. On the table, man. On the table, fellas. On the table.
Yeah, my left hand stays down at all time. Anyway. I just want.
But don't forget, little dude with the little sword piece. My man dripped blood on that joint, and it grew. So, and he put
what was those guys that flew on the dragon? What was those guys?
It's the wraiths. It looks like the wraith sword. It looks like that's what it's building into.
That's what I was thinking. It's an old wraith sword, and he found it because you remember when what's the face got cut with the wraith sword, he was turning into a wraith.
Yeah, Frodo.
Yeah,
Frodo. Yes.
Yeah.
So nerd mind. I remember.
Nerd. So when he got blood into it, now he's fucking turning into a fucking wraith. That'll be sick.
Feeding it. Let's go.
I'm curious how they're gonna bring the actual rings in because what was it, like 9 for men, 7 for Dor, however many of the elves. Like, very curious how they're gonna actually bring the rings in and what role they're gonna play.
This is the show that's gonna tell us.
Yep.
Then we'll get one ring to rule them all.
One ring to rule them all. All right. With that being said, I guess that will bring us to the end of the Mancave101 Podcast, episode 26. From all of us here, Abel, Wendell, Aaron, Charles, Leo, Chase, please like, comment, and subscribe. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. We've had a great night with y'all. Thank you for stopping by and joining us for the 6-month ride. Let's do the next 6 months up right. With that being said, everyone have a good night. Give me my outro.
Peace.
Peace.